Hello and welcome to another video from Plodware. In this video we're going to look at automation using COM, Component Object Model, and late binding in plain old C. It'll all run on a Windows PC or laptop, and the demo source is available online. I'll show you where in a few minutes' time. The demo is going to work its magic upon two COM objects. One of them is the SAPI.SpVoice object, and the other is the Excel. The Excel part will only work if you run this demo on your system, if you have Excel installed. The goal was to provide source code in plain old C showing how conform objects and servers can be automated using late binding without the support of a type library file. Why? Well, creating the Plodware PWScriptor interpreter has been an interesting and long journey. One of the many goals of PWScriptor was to function as a COM client. PWScriptor is a separate application, but shares some of the code used in this demo to automate a COM object. PWScriptor includes a command line interpreter, while this demo uses hard-coded COM commands. I thought it might be interesting to show some of the lessons learned on my PWScriptor journey in the form of a mini Windows application. It's less than 87 kilobytes. The demo is in two parts. One part is concerned with the SAPI.SpVoice object, the other is with Excel. And in terms of pseudocode, you could say that what we're going to do is invoke or create an instance of the SAPI.SpVoice. We're then going to report on how many voices are in the object. We're going to take the first available voice and get it to say something really complex, such as hello. We're then going to use a technique of scanning or cycling through the objects in a collection. We'll do that using what's called, for each enum object in my collection, in this case the collection is the collection of voices, and the voices are held in my SAPI.getVoices. We'll get them one at a time, point at that particular voice, report on that voice's description, and then get that particular voice to say, hello, I can talk. Get the next object, do the loop, and then when we've finished, very important, release the object. As far as Excel is concerned, providing you've got a copy of Excel that's callable, then we'll start the Excel application, create an instance, make sure that it's visible on the screen. Initially, of course, there'll be no workbook, so we'll add an empty workbook. That empty workbook automatically comes per default with one worksheet, so we'll get the active worksheet. Use a with technique. We'll report on the name of the worksheet. We'll change its name to be my book. We'll then go into the worksheet and set one of the cells to have the value 42. That's giving away my age, if you can work that one out. No, I'm not 42. We'll then wait 2 to 3 seconds so that you can actually have a look at the Excel on the screen and see the sheet's name and that the cell has got the value 42. Then we'll mark the Excel workbook as being as being no update needed, and we'll close it. Then we'll close Excel by quitting, and then we have to return the object. As always, there's a disclaimer. This video is provided for informational and educational use only and is neither sponsored nor solicited. Where reference is made to any third-party organization, source, or documentation, then that reference was made under the assumption of fair use. Other than being a user of some products referenced in this video, in this case Microsoft Corporation, I have no connection with any of these companies, their employees, representatives or subsidiaries. Right, the demo. I've got a copy of the demo. This is how it starts. There are 2 callable demos. We'll run the first one, just run it off.
Hello. Hello, I can talk.
Hello, I can talk.
Hello, I can talk.
There you are. Already finished. Let's just remind you, we've opened the SPVoice. We've used a help routine to say for the SPVoice what functions and gets and puts does it support. We've then moved on to SPVoice.getVoices. We've asked that what capabilities it supports. And here we can see it supports next enum. I'll make it a little bit bigger. This is the trick we're going to use in a minute to go through the collection and enumerate them and use them. If this isn't present, you can sometimes do something similar using item and count. It's discussed in the source code. We then find out how many voices are available. The answer is there's 3 installed. Then we use direct access to a collection by saying I want item 0, put it into the active voice, and then tell it to speak and say hello. Then we use this indirect access or for each enum object in a collection, in this case SPVoice.getVoices. Get an object, print out its description, and then make it say, hello, I can talk. Here are the descriptions. 1, 2, 3, and we heard them talk. Right, enough. Let's have a look at the second demo, Excel. Here we go. Oh, up pops Excel sheet. It's changed to my book. Value 42 is written in. We wait a few seconds. Now we close it all down. All of this is described in the source code. The demo source, you can get it from my website. That's ripetech.com/downloads and script files. And if you look there under the executables, you should find an entry. It's not shown in this, but there will be an entry in the next 10 minutes. And it'll probably have the name something like late binding com in plain C. Download it. It'll be a zip file. It's got everything you need to recreate the source, the demo. It's written for Visual Studio 2022. Copy the zip files, paste it wherever you want. The rest is up to you. It's now up to you to go away and do magic. A little bit about me. I'm a retired telecommunications engineer consultant. I started programming back in 71 or 72. I'm not entirely sure. Until the next video, cheers and thank you.